Hey YouTube, this is Don. Today, I know these videos take too long, but I'm a busy guy. But enough about that. Anyway, and today I'm gonna review another controller for the Nintendo Switch. It's called the powera. I'm gonna review the powera Enhanced Wired Controller. Now, first of all, this controller is not wireless. As you can see, this is wired, hence the name, Enhanced Wired Controller. It's made by a company called powera, who makes a lot of controllers for Nintendo overall. Come to think of it, I think they make a lot of controllers for Nintendo with Nintendo personalities to it. Whether it's Pokemon, Zelda, Mario, or even Metroid. If you wish. Or etc. Or possibly etc. But anyway, I got this Pokemon one recently, and yeah. And the cool part is that unlike the previous boxes that I got for this one has a flap. So you can see what it looks like inside the box. Looks nice. I'm glad I got this. Anyway, that's unlike most wired controllers unlike the other one I have that is shaped like a modified GameCube controller. This one comes with a headphone jack. As you can see here, it says headset input, mappable buttons, and it's also wired as I already mentioned. On the back it's got the price tag, but anyway, on the back, sorry if it's hard to see. Enhanced Wired Controller. It's a Pikachu charge one. Anti-friction rings. And the cool part is no batteries required. However, I would only... Now, let's take it out of the box. Let's take it out of the box. Look, here's the manual. Oh, here's the wired controller warning. And here's what I think is the manual for it. As you can see, it shows all the controls and stuff. Now we get the controller out of the box. Whoops. Oh, doy. It comes with a separate cord that you have to plug directly in the controller. Doy. I don't know why they went with this. I don't know. If you know why they went with this, where the cord is separated from the controller and you have to plug it in. Yeah. So apparently this thing relies on the connector. Without it, if you don't have this connector and you have the controller, you can't use it. So you're basically screwed if you don't have it. But as long as you hold on tight to this thing and the controller with it, not a problem. It's got analog sticks, D-pad, screenshot button, home button, minus and plus button, A, B, Y, X, 2 trigger buttons, 2 bumper buttons underneath. Much like the other controller I reviewed, the powera controller, the wireless one with the Pikachu on it. Not like this one, but the other one I reviewed earlier. It's got this same buttons underneath. I don't know what they do, but it's kind of interesting. If you know what these buttons are... Now, if you don't know what these buttons are used for, please let me know in the comments down below, because I would love to find out. But I don't know, but honestly, I don't know what they are thinking with making the cord wire separate to this controller. It makes it seem like as if it's wireless, but it's not, as we know. But with that being said, I don't know why couldn't they just make the cord fixed onto the controller like any other console? Even like that other controller that I have. Even like that other Pikachu controller I have. That is shaped like a GameCube controller but modified. But much like the other controller, I would only recommend this controller if you only use this Nintendo Switch exclusively in home console mode. Now, just to warn you, I am sure you already know that the Switch Lite is not compatible with this controller. Because it's strictly a handheld. Just so you know. You've been warned. So anyway, apparently this cord uses the same... Oh, how interesting. It's got the same cord as like a micro USB, as like, say, one of those Android phones. And not the same connectors as like... And let me give you a closer look at this. If I can find a way to give you guys more light to see it. Let's shine this camera in the light. Yeah, you can see it's... If this thing can focus. Yeah, you can see this connector is completely different from the other Switch controllers connectors. It's got the same connector as like my portable charger now I think about it. Or even Androids. Which is kind of lame if you ask me. Which means if you lose that cord, you can't use this. Which is kind of lame by comparison. Like, why couldn't they make it, you know, internally connected to the... Why can't they make this cord fixed into the controller? Like, built into the controller, I mean. I mean, think about the NES controller. Super Nintendo, N64, GameCube. Are we missing something here? Even the Wii Classic controller that is wired, but is connected via the Wii remotes wirelessly. Even the cord to that is fixed onto the controller, but I don't know if that's a way to cut costs or anything. If you know why they went with this, please let me know in the comments as well, because I'm kind of curious to find out. But like I said, if you're only going to use the Switch on home console mode, and this, keep in mind this is not compatible with the Switch Lite, but if you're using the Switch in home console mode and possibly the new one that is coming out, which by the way I'm not going to go for all that trouble to find it, to get one, but that's another story entirely. But anyway, but like I said, if you use this Nintendo Switch strictly in home console mode, and if you're looking for a new controller for a good price, this might be a good option if you ask me. However, you can't use it while it's in handheld mode unless you get one of those things to make it, unless you have one of those stands that has USB connectors. But I might use this strictly for home console mode. And if you're like me, then this might be worth getting actually. But only if you use the Switch in home console mode strictly. But anyway, subscribe for more videos like this. Be sure to hit a like if you like what you see here. Be sure to comment, hit the notification bell to be notified of what videos have been uploaded, and yeah, I'll see you in the next video. This is me, signing off.